Ooh, but let's go over our elegant elixir board. Here are our drinks for the day. We are going to be making the classic French 75 with an elegant twist to it. So we're going to call it the Elegant 75. We're going to be making some sangria. We're going to batch it and we'll be trying it next week. So you'll have to stay tuned. We'll be starting it, getting it ready to go, and then we'll be building from there up. We got to do a couple things to it, let it sit. So it's going to take a process. We'll go over that in a minute. But then we'll also be making a mint julep because Kentucky Derby's coming up. We're going to do Josh's style of a mint julep. Alright, so sangria. The way I batch sangria probably isn't the same way you batch sangria. But I'm going to show you how I batch sangria. And it's going to start with a container like this. I have a nice Cambro classic kitchen little bucket. These are my favorite little buckets. It's amazing. You put whatever you want. Then you put sauce in there. We're going to fill this with fruit. We'll be filling it with 2 limes, 1, 2, 3, 4 lemons, an orange. See that one further. And then we'll be adding some tequila. Where's our tequila? We got Terramana tequila today. Got a nice little deal going on there. We're also going to add some little Grand Marnier in there. We'll be adding some white wine. We have a nice Malbec, Marlboro, Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know how I just combined those two together, but I did. I can and I will. But we're going to go ahead and get started with that. We got to prep some stuff out while people come in. We got to cut some citrus up, so we'll get started on that. What's up, everybody? Welcome to making my classy sangria recipes. We got our bucket here. We're just going to chop up these oranges, lemons, limes, and we'll be adding some sugar to it. So let's get started. Hope you're all having a beautiful day today. It's been an interesting day where I'm at. It rained a little bit, had a little thunder going on there. All the above. Oranges sliced. One more orange. I like my sangrias nice, heavily fruited. I mean, it's supposed to be like a nice, almost like a wine punch in a sense. I like to add tequila. Tequila is just a base spirit in my sangrias. It just is. Like, you can't get around that. That's just the way I do it. Usually agave nectar. I didn't have agave nectar today. That's one thing I forgot. I was going to use honey, but we're just going to use some nice cane sugar. Classy. Add our lemons in. And we're going to make this juicy. It's going to be real juicy today. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. We're just making some sangria. This will be something we'll try out next week. We'll let it sit for quite some time. Really meld those flavors. It'll probably be ready before next week, but you won't see it till then. Maybe on the gram. But we're just going to slice up all of our fruit here and get the sugar on it so it can start just making this nice, juicy, beautiful flavors. What's sangria without amazing citrus notes? Alright. So we got this all set up in our little container here. It's called the Cambro, if you didn't know. Nicely filled. We're going to take 1 cup of sugar. So this is just about a cup. Let's just say it's a cup. 1 cup of sugar. Now, next step. We're not going to add any alcohol yet. We're just going to shake this thing. Or you could stir it. If you have a stirring mechanism, you can stir it. Or you just kind of pulverize it in the sense you really want that sugar to really just get all over the citrus. Break open the citrus a little bit, get the acidity out of it. Bam. Open it back up. Ah, it smells delicious. So we're going to let this just chill. Just let it chill. We're going to let it chill for 1 or 2 cocktails maybe, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll definitely be finishing this up before we end tonight. Don't even trip. We'll come back to it. Citrus sugar. Tastes like a good time. All right. So we got a couple drinks that we're making today for those that are just joining in. Sangria is at the middle of our board. We got a Elegant 75. We're going to be using some premium alcohols to make that bad boy. We also got the mint julep because it is Kentucky Derby season. And I got this, Moscow Mule mug that works because it's usually served in copper, so fun stuff. But we also have the fire chata that I made on the Instagram. You guys probably saw photos of it. I made a little bit more vanilla infused fireball, and I figured why not? Because it was so gosh darn delicious. So we're excited for that. Welcome in everybody. We're gonna just get right into it. What drink should we make first? Probably the French 75. Why not? The Elegant 75. So the way I make my Elegant 75s is gonna be in a mixing glass. We're gonna use some nice fancy Monkey 47 gin. This is just phenomenal gin. It's got 47 different botanicals. Primary notes are going to be lingonberry, it's cinnamon, anise, juniper of course. But juniper is really kind of a welcoming note in there. It's not as harsh as most gins are. So we're going to start with that. We're going to add in, what's up everybody? We're going to add in 1 ounce of gin to our mixing glass. We're going to grab some lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. 1 ounce of that. And we're going to add a ½ ounce of not just regular simple syrup, but a little rose syrup. You could also use Hendrix. Hendrix would play a really good role with the rose syrup as well, because Hendrix does have rose notes in there. We're going to add it in because we're going to be just bougie today. And we're going to grab some ice. We're just going to throw that on in. Take your mixing glass, or mixing spoon with your mixing glass, give it a nice little stir. Perfect. Nicely stirred. Grab your glass. Now, I don't have a champagne glass, I found out, so we're going to use a nice coupe glass. But you could use a wine glass. I know people that drink champagne out of wine glasses. Perfectly fine. But we're just going to throw it in here. We'll just do a nice little float of champagne. So there we are. That's us so far. But we got to grab our champagne. We got this nice champagne. It's called the Veuve Clicquot. Again, we're going elegant, we're going fancy. Gotta throw in that fancy schmancy champagne. For those that don't know, champagne can only be called champagne if it comes from Champagne, France. So double check your sources when you're asking for champagne, if it's Prosecco or if it's Cava or if it's just sparkling wine. But I like myself a decent champagne. Notice it didn't have a nice loud pop. There is a nice way to open champagne. Gently. We're just going to top it off in our glass. There we have it. French 75. But wait, there's more. We have to garnish it. We're going to get our peeler, grab a lemon, and we're going to go down the side at a different angle than normal. So we got a nice long twisty going on. Clean it up. Always clean up your twists. Always. Take your little twisty and just twist it around. That's why they call it a twisty. Just don't break it. Or drop it. Alright, twisty again. Attempt 2. Come on, I broke it. Jesus. Dare we attempt 3? 3rd time's the charm. I'm not perfect, I try to be. Only with my cocktails. You know what, you can just put a gosh darn lemon peel in there and call it a day, for all I care. Squeeze it, throw it in, Elegant 75. Jesus, giving me troubles today. But no, we can always do the little hanging edge as well. I gotta make it look somewhat elegant. Class it up a bit, class it up. Pull yourself back together. Bam, there you go. French 75. Just the flavors of the champagne, the brightness, the yeastiness of it really go well with the gin. And the lemon and the sweetness kind of combined is just, you know, I could definitely drink this, you know, in the morning time with a croissant. That's where I see myself drinking this, is a nice chocolate croissant and a French 75. I think you could even bougier if you really wanted to. is just get a little spritz. Get a little spritz of absinthe on there. Bring in some anise aromas. Makes it way more herbaceous, that's for sure. Now I want like I don't know, like a garlic bagel and I don't even know, something garlicky and like breakfasty but earthy and robust and savory. Kind of adds that kind of note to it. Not that it tastes like garlic, I don't know why I said that, but definitely delicious. Ooh. Definitely can get you. There is also a drink called Death in the Afternoon. It is a twist on a French 75, but it has absinthe in it. And it is definitely powerful. I think it's an ounce of absinthe instead of gin. So you just kind of start your morning off like that and probably dead passed out by the afternoon. That's why they named it that. That's the Elegant 75. So definitely pushing for that champagne. They're definitely pushing for premium gin. It does enhance the flavors. I mean, you can put any type of gin there, any type of sparkling wine there, and it still can be a different flavor, or it could even be better. But for me, I would say the elegant, pure, crisp, clean flavors going on there. I could have used Dom Perignon, but that probably wouldn't give you the same profile because that's going to be way more earthy and woodsy of a champagne. Whereas I think Vub really pushes on the citrusy but bready, yeasty notes. Both to go. A store near you. Cheers. Cheers to this one. So you can all see my beautiful fourth attempt, I don't even know what that was. So let's take a look back at our fancy schmancy sangria going on. We got some juices already flowing around there if you see at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. Focus, 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 not on my face. There's some juices going on. That's just all the sugar and the citrus getting bruised, kind of just expressing itself. If we took a little dabble, which we will, we'll take a little dabble. Put it on ourselves. It's almost like lemonade. It's like the same flavor, brightness of like a Chick-fil-A lemonade, where it's tart, but it's enjoyable because it's sweet. Quite delicious. But we're still going to let this chill. Still going to let it chill. Oh. But next we have the mint julep. Mint julep. It's a fairly basic drink. I don't want to say too basic. It's not like in a bad way basic. But it is definitely a different breed of a drink. We're talking about bourbon. We're talking about mint and simple syrup. I've always made mine with a little lemon juice to kind of brighten it up as well. But classically it's just a mint syrup or mint and sugar and then bourbon, which is totally fine. But I want to drink more than that. We picked this up today though. Single barrel Kentucky Straight Wilderness Trail Bottle and Bond Bourbon. It's got 64% corn, 24% wheat, 12% barley. Copper column distilled with a single fermented batch using our sweet mash process and put into the barrel at 110 proof. They pulled this out at 100 proof. So this is some whiskey there for you. We'll give this a shot. If we can open it. Doesn't have one of those fancy little perforations. So I'll give you a little knife here. Hope you're all doing well today. I haven't seen anybody request for me to do a beer bomb, but we'll see if that happens tonight. Jesus. I mean, it's already off, but I just want to just get all the plastic. There we go. Cool. We're lit. We're ready to go. Alright, so this drink we're going to do in a nice, we could do it in a shaker. We could shake the mint and really get it all consumed. We're going to do it in a mixing glass though, because why not? I want to test it out. But we're going to muddle some mint with some sugar, throw this bourbon in, and then we're going to pour it in this copper mug. But before we do that, we need to make some crushed ice, because that is the classic way to do it. It's some nice fancy crushed ice. Alright, we got our ice bag. We should probably lose a little more acid in. Just a wee bit. All right. We got our Thor hammer. We're just gonna beat this shit. Is that loud enough for everybody? Sorry, not sorry. Alright, we got some crushed ice now. We're good to go. I could have pre-crushed it, but I wanted to crush it for you so you could just experience the loud nature of crushing ice. Alright, so, mint julep. This was actually requested by somebody that is related to me. That's my brother. His name is Jean. Jean, this is for you with the Wilderness Trail 100 proof bourbon whiskey, single barrel Kentucky straight. You know, I should probably try this by itself first. Hold on. Brief pause. Get my tasting glass out. I mean, why not? It's just Tuesday. Whew. Very, very woodsy, very earthy, very just like a fall forest floor with leaves just crunching underneath my feet. Like a slight mushroomy, earthy note to it. A little damp. A little damp, mossy forest floor in there. Sweet corn. It just smells divine. It smells really, I hope it smells just as great, or tastes just as great as it smells. Ooh. That's extremely smooth for 100 proof. That is dangerous. A lot of baking spice. You get those little rye notes in the back, kind of zing off your tongue a little bit. Sweet. Corn sweetness, that kind of, grain sweetness, I guess you could say. It's very good. Very nice. Tremendous, like, well-seasoned cinnamon notes. Like, it's not like Fireball where you're like, ha! It's just this nice, like, blend of, like, we have some very nice sweetness here. Very good. I would rate this on a high-end scale. This is some good shit. It was pretty cheap, though. It was like 30, I mean, not cheap, but that's cheap, but like 35, maybe 40 max. So I was kind of surprised. I saw the box, I was like, I've never seen it before, but bravo, bravo. Okay, let's get started with the mint julep. Shall we? We shall. Alright, so we're not going to add a bourbon yet. Not even. We're going to add 5 to 8 pieces of meat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are small. That'll be our garnish. 7 and 8. Boom. Alright, so then we're going to add some nice simple syrup. We're just going to add regular simple syrup to this. Just the basics. We'll add a 1/2 ounce. And then we will add 1 ounce of lemon juice. That's just the way I do it. Critique me if I'm wrong, that's totally fine with you. I mean, since it's such a nice bourbon, we don't have to, but that's just what the way I do it. Alright, so we're going to muddle it up a little bit. We're just going to kind of just give it a quick expression. Break open the leaves a little bit. Not full on chopped salad model, just a nice little, express the mint oils into the lemon and to the syrup. Alright, now we're going to add our bourbon. About 2 ounces of. Put this back on the shelf. Alright. We are now going to add our ice and stir. Alright, so now that it's stirred properly, we're going to grab our baggy O ice and not spill it over the table again. And then realize you don't have enough ice to fill this glass. Hold on, we're gonna put some other ice in the bottom. I'm not gonna crush them. I'm not gonna let you guys endure the pain of hearing me just destroy some ice. Just barely enough. Alright, that's totally fine. Typically at my bar I would have a nice crushed ice machine and just throw it in there. Or you'd have a bag and just have tons of crushed ice. Or you could buy crushed ice. We're just gonna pour it on in. Kind of like a bourbon lemonade slushy with mint in it. We'll kind of stir it. Ooh. Knock that motherfucker out. That's gonna piss me off. I need to add more crushed ice. Nope. Don't like that. Don't like one bit. Oh shit. Didn't mean to spill that. Cool. That should be enough ice. It's okay, we only spilled a little bit of vanilla fireball. We can still make a fire shot later. Technical difficulties with me beating my hammer into the ground. Alright, got our ice in, got everything rolling. Now it looks pretty. Now we can add our little garnish. Our little mint leaf. And we should probably have a nice little lemon wedge, or lemon wheel. Do we have a dehydrated one? No, we don't. I use all the lemons. It's okay. Cut a nice fresh wheel for everyone to showcase the freshness of this mint julep. There you have it. Mint julep. Ooh, that is good actually. I don't think I've ever actually had a mint julep with crushed ice, but I can see myself in a swanky racing hat sipping on one of these out of a nice gold mug. Mmm. That is good though. The bourbon definitely is pretty bright in there, especially with the 100 proof. So overcompensates the lemon juice in the simple syrup. The mint kind of adds a nice backing note. I definitely approve. I definitely would drink this. Whenever the races are. I think it's May 1st. Cheers to them. Who made the best horse win. And jockey. Oh, that's delicious. Anybody else enjoy mint juleps? Let me know. Mmm. Woo. That's good. Alright. So let's take a look back at our sangria. We got some more juices flowing in there. Let's give it another little shaky shake. Looks nice. Juices making its own syrup in there. Mmm. That just smells so goddamn good. Okay. For about 30 minutes, we can go ahead and throw in some alcohol, because alcohol's going to kind of continue this process in a nice fun way. So we're going to add Terramana tequila. I always add tequila to my sangrias, depending on the type of sangria I really want to achieve. Just kind of add some nice notes to it. So we're going to add, again, an ounce, or a cup, 8 ounces. So we're going to do this 4 times. This is a tequila blanco. We got our tequila in there. Fill us up pretty high. Now, I haven't tried this tequila either, so I should probably try it as well. Our tasting glass is somewhere. Don't know where to put it. There it is. in their glass for you. Actually, I'll give you the glass for the new glass. To taste this tequila. Alright. So Terramana, this is, let's see, from the Highlands agave, of course it's made in Mexico, distilled in handmade copper stills. Small batch. Small batch is cool. 100% blue agave, brick oven, copper pot. 96 calories per 1.5 ounce. Good to know. It is certified gluten-free. Notes of bright citrus with a smooth, fresh finish. What does a smooth, fresh finish mean? They catch you on the citrus notes, but what does fresh mean? They just replace that word with alcohol. Has an alcohol fresh finish. A smooth alcohol finish. Definitely smells some nice bright green grass notes, bell pepper notes, like bell pepper pith, a little bit of lime pith. Tongue's got an orange zest, lemon zest, like pure zest. It's good. It's all about. It is definitely smooth. It's good. I would say it ranks up there in a nice mid shelf. Good tequila. Okay, so we add our tequila in there. You're gonna regular guess. So we're gonna add some Grand Marnier in there now. So we're gonna add 4 ounces. I think it's about a kilo bottle, to be honest with you. 2 of these. That's our Grand Marnier portion. And then we're gonna let this sit for a half hour. So by the end of our top hour, bottom hour, I don't know, it should be ready for it to wine. Now the wine that we're gonna be using today is going to be a nice white wine. I like to make white sangria, especially for summertime. It's just a nice bright note. It's just bright, fresh, refreshing, delicious. Add a splash of soda in there, and you're just gonna be set home free. So right now it almost tastes like a margarita, essentially. And we're just going to wind it down so we can just consume it faster. That's the whole idea. At least that's my idea with sangria. Just make it nice and pleasurable. We have 1 solid quart of stuff in there right now. Let's keep going. I cannot read the comments today. Why does that look all weird? Something, oh, the Rock. Yeah, the Rock does have that tequila. It's quite good. I would say Fortaleza is still my favorite. It just tastes so goddamn organic and delicious and nutritious and fun. That Mint Julep's pretty tasty, especially with that bourbon. Oh, man. Delicious stuff. Well, we've made everything so far on our list, so we gotta kind of get creative now. So we have our fire chata recipe we can throw down, and we might just do that just now. I don't have a martini glass, so I just realized. Oh, it's up here. That's where it is. So the Fireball challenge I had done, my shots, it left me with a bottle of Fireball I didn't know what to do with. So I figured, Josh, why don't you just throw in some vanilla, and then you can go from there. And so I did that. So let it sit, made some, Fireball infused with vanilla, and it's really good by itself. It's cinnamony, it's got the vanilla baking spice notes to it, with the vanilla that kind of brings it out, brightens it up, makes it a little sweeter in a sense. So it's not as unbearable as Fireball can be. And we blend it with some coconut milk, because I figure if I'm going to use any kind of milk, it's not going to be whole milk or any cow's milk, because I don't usually carry that too often. But coconut milk is a pretty good substitute. I think it works well in cocktails. It has a nice sweetness to it. If you pair it well, it doesn't overwhelm. In this drink, it actually does not overwhelm at all. It actually kind of adds its own kind of sense to it. So let's get started with it. We're going to be doing Fireball infused with vanilla. We're going to be doing some coconut cream. We'll be adding in, I've been using gin for whatever reason, so let's just keep rolling with the gin train. Throw some gin, Clio gin from Santa Barbara, some good stuff. We're going to add in some rose syrup, because the rose syrup kind of grinded up and gave this kind of back floral note that wasn't too overwhelming. So let's go ahead and try it out. We're going to do 2 ounces of gin. We're going to do 1 ounce of vanilla infused Fireball. Then add in a 1/2 ounce of rose syrup. And we'll add in 1 full ounce of coconut cream. This is unsweetened. It also has almond milk in it, which is not my favorite, but this is what I had available. Okay. Alright. I'm going to shake this up, throw this down on a martini glass, and try it out. Nice clean glass, nicely shaken. We're just going to strain on in. Bam. We have the fire chata. So you can see it's got nice little vanilla beans floating in there. Looks like vanilla ice cream melted. Smells a little cinnamony. Oh, it just tastes so good. It's just the right amount of creaminess, the right amount of like cinnamon, not overwhelming. Still tastes a little, bougie, but this is delicious. This is how I could drink Fireball. If you got me a ball of Fireball, I would just infuse it all with vanilla and make fire chata. I could throw that down in a container and just take it to the beach, eat some tacos, and just surf all day. That's what makes me want to do. Not a martini glass, a nice big gulp with ice hidden from the police. Just, It's delicious though. It's just a nice blend of creaminess. Again, cinnamon. The vanilla really brightens it up because, horchata can be really cinnamon dominant at points, but the vanilla kind of just sweetens it, brightens it, and makes it a little bit more well-rounded in a sense. But the Fireball, it tames it a lot with the coconut and the vanilla. Keep making these drinks too fast. I still got 2 drinks ahead of me. Let's keep drinking. Welcome in everybody. Got some new people joining us. We got Chase, we got Stephanie. Welcome all. Happy to have you here watching me drink and make drinks and have fun drinking. We made a mint julep earlier. We made everything on our board so far. So we made a mint julep. Ooh, we got a sangria going, and we had an elegant 75 that we finished. How was that elegant 75? And use deliciousness of Monkey 47. That's got 47 different botanicals. Very delicious gin. If you like gin, I highly recommend getting this bottle. It is a little bit pricey. This $3.75 bottle was I think $35. So it's a premiumer gin. You can also get Hendrick's though. Apparently at Walmart I got it for $18. It's supposed to be like $35. Don't ask me why I was at Walmart. Wasn't dressed like this. And then of course we use the vodka just to make it more elegant. We'll just have to drink some mimosas later or some other cocktails and just completely finish it before it goes bad. So I don't have a topper. But we also have our sangria rolling. We have lemons, limes, oranges. We have sugar that was sitting there for about 30 minutes, made a nice little syrup in the bottom. We just added Teremana Blanco tequila and some Grand Marnier. And we're going to kind of let this chill for a little bit. And we're going to add some wine in a little bit. We're going to add white wine. We're going to be adding a Sauv Blanc to this blend of fruits. I'd say, anything that's not on the sweeter end of being white. So I would go Sauv Blanc's kind of pushing it. Viognier is kind of pushing it. Definitely not Chardonnay. I don't think a sangria with Chardonnay is any good. It's okay. It just can get overpowered very easily. But there's a lot of different white wines you could use. This is one of my favorites, though. Not this specific wine, because I don't buy expensive wines to throw into sangria. Why would you do that? We still got a little bit of time with this tequila to chill with the fruit. We want them to kind of, have fun, hang out, meet each other. The sugar and the citrus met, and the sugar and the citrus are meeting the tequila. in the Grand Marnier, and then we're gonna let the wine kind of introduce last. Let that chill. Oh. But in the meantime, you can just finish this fire chata. But I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, enjoying this fine Tuesday. I know I am. I mean, I got all this alcohol around me. I pulled out my torch just in case we make something torchical. I guess we could torch something. We could torch like vanilla bean on top of this fire chata and just let it be on fire. Or we could, light it on fire and light some absinthe on fire over it. Boom. Give it a little spritz in there, a little heat. Doesn't really do much. I want to say it does, but it doesn't. I can just smell the aromas around me. The anise and all that fun stuff. But this is still a delicious drink. Oh, what to make next though? Do you want one of these? Which one do I want to drink? I'll drink the fire chata. You can have the mint julep. No. My drink. I just claimed it as my own. But what else? We have some cherry infused Cointreau. We got vanilla infused Drambuie. We have ginger infused Cointreau as well. We had the blueberry shrub. I think I used all of it because I was making some drinks the other night at a little shindig. What to drink? It's a conundrum I've never faced me. Doesn't face me often. Any recommendations from the crowd? Let me know. Just give me some ideas. Throw something out there. Something with gin. It's a lot of things you could do with gin. I'm drinking gin right now. Definitely need that washed. And this washed. Please stand by while we wash our equipment to further enhance our taste buds with alcohol. But what's new in the beverage world? I don't know. Trends keep on changing and ebbs keeps on flowsins. But one thing's for sure I know is I'm still drinking. I think cocktails are going to transform in some fun ways. I think people are going to get really more into some immense creativity. Just being in the pandemic and everything that's been happening this last year, coming out of it. I mean, you have to be unique. You really need to push yourself and give yourself that opportunity to just say, hey, I'm going to learn why this tastes good, figure out how to make this taste better, and make some really cool, dope cocktails. Whether it's at home, or you're going out, I prefer some amazing cocktails that use immense creativity behind it and then an explanation of story. Even as stupid as my explanation on Fireball. Like I said, I had to do a Fireball shot for TikTok, and I said, what am I going to do with the rest of this bottle? And I have to do that next with Rumplemints when I get to 400, and I don't know what the hell to do with Rumplemints. That crap's 100 proof, and it's minty. But we can definitely make something with it. We'll figure it out, that's for sure. There is a will and a way with this guy. I hope you're all enjoying your Tuesday. I'm enjoying it, again, immensely. But this is just so damn good. I know the people who have had this probably agree with me. It's just a nice creamy beverage. And it's just truly enjoyable. Why, thank you. Appreciate it. No one has said anything yet about what drinks to make, so I'll make something from scratch. Let's do it. Alright, so what alcohol? So gin? We'll use Cleo gin. What's on the Cleo? Cleo gin. Santa Barbara. For cherry infused Cointreau, we can use. We could do like a creamy cherry gin lemon drop. Let's do that. Okay. Creamy cherry infused lemon drop. Let's see how that goes. Why not? Ooh. get an egg white, please? An egg for our tails. Fresh eggs from the chickens that are roaming the streets. But as we get that, we'll get 1 ounce of 1 ounce of simple syrup. Oh, I know. We'll do 1 ounce of lemon juice. Our cherry infused Cointreau, we'll add 1 ounce. It's got some cherries rolling in there too. That's cool, fam. Totally do it. Cherry infused Cointreau. Let's see, what else we got? Gin. We'll do 2 ounces of gin. Nearly 1 ounce of gin. 1 ounce of gin and 1 ounce of limoncello. Brighten it up. Bring it around a different level. This is limoncello from Ventura Spirits. Really good, fresh California lemons. Just bee's knees. Haven't used it in a while, so it's definitely worth the time to use it. We all know how much I love lavender. Let's throw a little lavender in there. 1, 2, 3 should do the trick. And I mean, might as well throw in some cherry syrup. This cherry syrup these cherries are expensive. They're like $20 for a jar this size. And there's a lot of syrup in there, so I always like to use it for something, and we'll use a 1/4 ounce of it, even though I put syrup in it already. We'll just pretend like I didn't. So it might come out a little sweet. But I should have used this in the first place. That's some good shit. That is some good syrups. If you haven't had these cherries before, you are missing out. We gotta get our egg white in there. Fresh egg white. Don't break the yolk. All right. Cool. And we'll clean our hands. We just touched a fresh raw egg. Alright. We're going to dry shake it. Jesus Christ. That should be frothy enough. Nice and frothy. Beautiful. Now we'll add our ice. You always want to get that egg nice and frothy before you do anything. Get your ice, throw in your glass. Yes, I need it. Thank you for handing that to me. We'll double strain it, just so we don't get any cherry chunks in there. This for a second, get our garnish rolling. One of our nice, beautiful Elixirs cherries. Put it around the edge. Cherry Gin sour. cherry gin sour. Cherry gin sour. Looks beautiful. A nice beautiful red hue coming to a precitone. We'll let that sit so that egg foam kind of separates. See what kind of color we got. We didn't add any cream to it because we just added the egg whites to it. But it looks divine. That is for damn sure. Especially with the cherry syrup dropping and under the egg foam just kind of just chilling there. It looks super dope. Super flancy. I would almost like a little lemon zest over the top. I don't want a zester. Don't know why I want a zester. Note to self, buy a zester. But then it's still kind of separating. We'll give it a couple more seconds. So I'm probably going to take a picture of this because this looks dope. Gonna clean up the side of the glass a little bit. Oof. Just looks so bomb. Bomb diggities. You dig, you like, you enjoy. Is it right in my photo taking spot? It's okay. I'm just gonna take a quick photo. Andrew says hi, by the way. Schmandrew. Andrew Schmandrew. No, not a pano. Not a bloody pano. Alright. As we can see, that color's got a little darker as that foam's slowly separating back up. In a couple more minutes, it'll probably be completely up. Oh, that just tastes... Oh, I love cherries. I love cherry syrup. I love Elixirs cherries. That's why I infused Cointreau with cherry, but it is just delicious. I will say it could use an herb. It could use rosemary or tarragon. That it would kind of brighten up a little bit more with the herbaceousness. But overall, it's still delicious. It's like a creamy, blended cherry lemonade. But that egg white kind of makes that creaminess kind of blend even more so. Very nice. Very delicious. A little floral back note with that lavender. Very good. I'll be enjoying this one. Well, let's finish off our sangria so we can call it a day, get back to our normal lives, and continue drinking. Alright, so we have our container here. We have our wine here. Our Sauv Blanc that we're going to throw in. We'll just throw it in. There we have it. That is our sangria. We're going to let this chill. Just let it chill, fam, for a couple days. And this is as basic as you can get on sangria. We're just going to make more sangrias because there's definitely different ways to make it. We could have added berries, we could have added cherries, we could have added Cointreau, we could have added brandy, we could have added lots of different things. We could have added red wine. So definitely stay tuned for our never-ending blends of sangria. Let's see how it tastes from the get-go. That's good. Easy sipping. A little alcohol bite in the back. That tequila kind of brightens it, and a little bit more in the back. Wine super subtle. Blends in nicely, not too overwhelming with sweetness. Nice citrus back notes that blend in with the citrus we're already adding. And the Grand Marnier orange, of course, kind of deeper orange. So it goes from a full spectrum of flavors. You get this, obviously fresh fruit, a crisper fruit from the Sauv Blanc, and then a more depth fruit from the Grand Marnier, and then tequila kind of brightens it up with the pith lime notes and the pith different notes it has. So definitely some good stuff that we'll have to reserve and try next week. And who knows, maybe it might already be gone by then. But hopefully we have enough left over to drink. We're at our little 2-quart limit there, and we'll bring it back down to a quart by next week. That's for sure. Once we remove our citrus. But for those that are interested in making this or rewatch this and say, I want to make sangria, pull your citrus out after 48 hours, 2 days, because it'll start to get a little bit more bitter with the pith that's in there. You just want to just strain it, get it out of there, throw it back in the old bottle if you want to save it, or throw it into a new bottle, or keep it in the container. That is all up to you. That is your choice. But that's it. That's all, folks. We're gonna just wrap up here and call it a night. So if you have any last minute questions, feel free to let me know. We got a few seconds left. But if not, then we'll see you next week. Still gotta finish the champagne. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We're gonna figure it out.
I don't like horchata, but
I love horchata. Horchata.
I don't like horchata. This just tastes really good.
It does taste good.
Very nice.
Thank you.